Hi everyone, my name is Pocket Panda, and today we're going to talk about books. Why are we going to talk about books? Well, because in my last video I mentioned how it's one of my goals in 2021 to read books again. And since I finished one yesterday, I thought this would make a perfect video theme. If you enjoyed this video, please, before you leave, give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more like this in the future. So, why should you read? Well, reading isn't something that's natural to everyone. Just like video games or sports aren't. It's a hobby or an interest you pick up on. In school, we're often already forced to read books, but not everyone reacts to that the same way. I used to be indifferent to that. Only since a few years ago have I started reading more and more books, and I've got to say, it's one of the most inspiring things I've ever chosen to do. Books can give you new knowledge, inspire you with new insights, or set you into motion. And besides that, I've noticed that books keep me quite sane. Our biggest YouTube friend PewDiePie often made videos on books and recently mentioned them as well in his video about New Year's resolutions. I've noticed he became an even better person than before since he started reading specific books. Of course, in between periods PewDiePie had a few years which we'll refer to as the Dark Ages, but we don't speak about that anymore. The biggest thing you'll notice is his growth after reading psychological and philosophical books. So what should you read? Well, you could honestly read anything you want, from fantasy to self-help to philosophy. It's entirely up to you. However, if there's certain goals you have in mind, it'll help to focus on specific themes. Let's say you want to understand more about life or how people think. It might be good to pick up some psychology or philosophy books. I recently finished a Dutch book written by Elke Wiss called Socrates op sneakers, which translates to Socrates on sneakers. It's a modern take on Socrates' philosophy of knowing that you don't know anything, and it teaches you how to ask the correct questions to embark on deeper conversations. Although I thought I was pretty good at asking questions and listening, this book taught me there was so much more to learn. Right now I've started reading 12 Rules for Life, a book written by Jordan Peterson, a man well known on the internet by now. I specifically read these themes because I want to learn more about life, people, and most importantly about myself and what kind of person I want to be. Don't get me wrong though, I also love fantasy and action books just as much. So it's also good to keep track of the things you do. There are pretty cool apps nowadays to keep track of the books you read. For example, the website and app Goodreads helps you register books you've read, want to read and are reading. You can update how many pages you've already read, and you can add friends and keep track of each other's reading, which is pretty cool. Something I've noticed for myself is that if I haven't read for a week, I'll slowly lose interest. I made the agreement to myself to read every day, even if it's just for 30 minutes before I go to bed. I want to be consistent in my reading pattern so I don't quit anymore. Find what works for you and make use of that, and before you know it, you'll be devouring books like a panda devours bamboo. If you enjoyed this video, please be so kind as to like it and subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye!